Hello, I'm Henry DeVillers, Product Specialist for B&G Electronics. This is our VCP system, okay? We showed you our display in the ambulance, our system and how it controls in an ambulance. This is our ambulance demonstration suitcase. Now, what I want to say is that this system is custom configurable. We're going to show you how to use the TCP number 7 as a standalone system, okay? We're going to show you what you can do with it as a standalone, and then we're going to show you our Pmdc Lite, which gives you about 18 more applications or control of accessories, 18 more, and we have our standard Pmdc, which is custom configurable, and then we have our Pmac, which means direct current and alternating current. Now, these displays, you can add as many displays as you want. They all communicate via a CAN bus cable. We have a cable that runs from system to system to system. The icons can be custom configured for your application. So you can configure this display and you can configure this one differently. And all the communications is set up just for you so that you know what's going on in your customer's vehicle, or you can set it up specifically for what your customer wants. Whether we're talking about a police car, an ambulance, an animal control vehicle, a veterinarian vehicle, a bus, a mobile command center, whatever your application is, we are your source for the electronics. We can set this up custom for you. We can put your name right here, the company logo right here. We can put all the icons the way that you want the icons configured. This is a system that we manufacture specifically for you. It can control your sights, your sirens, your lights, all the accessories in your vehicle. This does it 100%. It can hook up to GPS and it can hook up to other applications via the CAN bus cable. So let's start off. We're going to show you the VCP system, the 7-inch display as a standalone system. Okay, so the TCP7 can be installed in your project, your vehicle. Now we can custom design this for your application. First of all, it has a 7-inch screen that is a touch screen. I'm going to show it here for you. Okay, this is the 7-inch screen, and we can configure the icons however you want them. So we have a power button where we can turn everything on and off here, and then we can configure the icons for your particular application. Now, what can some of the applications be? Well, it's limitless. For example, let's say for law enforcement, you can use this to control cages and stuff like in a canine vehicle, or in a vehicle that's designed for animal control. You can use it in that application. Or if you have a trailer that you're building a command post or something like that, it can be installed in a trailer. It has many, many applications, but it can stand alone and control accessories, things that you have in your vehicle that are not normally controlled by the rest of the vehicle. So now let's take a look at the touch screen. And by the touch screen, when we hit the particular inputs and outputs, what it does is it has outputs that it controls right here. You can control several devices with the outputs, and it's custom tailored. We can go up to about 9 in this configuration of outputs. You can control 9 apparatuses. Okay. Then in addition to that, it has inputs. What are the inputs for? Let's say you're using it for an animal control application or a canine vehicle application. It tells you if any of the doors are open, or it allows you to open a door, okay, and tell you here on the screen that the door is open or a window is down or an application like that. There again, it can be custom configured to your application. So that's what the inputs are for. Okay. Then we have the USB control here, and then we have it here. This is so that you can control it, program it. Your fleet or your upfitter can control the icons and set them up exactly in your configuration. We can put your department name, or if you're an upfitter, we can put the name of your company, or if you're a manufacturer, we can manufacture this for your cages so that you have electronics and you can provide a high-tech product to your customer. So this is the TCP number 7. Another important thing to remember is we have the CAN bus. With the CAN bus system, this is the communications port that can talk to another monitor, another display, or it can control these here so that you can control many, many more devices. So you can build and grow the system to however you want it. You can start off with a basic TCP number 7, or you can grow it for whatever your application is. In addition to that, the electronics, we can provide custom harness, a harness made specifically for you with the right number of cables, the right number of length, and color coded for your application. So this is the TCP number 7, the screen, which is part of the VCP family of electronics by B&G Electronics. Thank you for viewing. So this is our Pmdc Lite from B&G Electronics. Now, earlier we showed you our display, and we mentioned the number of inputs. It can control about 8 or 9 inputs, depending on how we configure it for your particular application. If you need to add more controls, to add more accessories in your vehicle, we can add the Pmdc Lite, and this gives you 18 more fuses and controls. Now, this one communicates to your display via a CAN bus communication cable, so that everything that's going on here can be controlled from this screen. So when we give you 18 here, we give you approximately 8 or 9 more controls here, depending on how we configure it. So this expands your system even further. Now, there are some nice benefits of the Pmdc Lite. Remember the word light, because we can actually go even more than that, so that you can control even more accessories, or if you have a big project, you can expand your project and everything can be controlled via 1 screen, 2 screen, or even 3 or more screens. Okay? So now I want to show you some features of this. First of all, it has an LCD display. So whatever's going on here on the board, it's going to display it here for your technician. In addition to that, it's going to display it here on this screen. This particular design for the ambulance, we have it right here. Okay, this is for the driver. Okay, this goes in the box. We don't pass that information along to that display. So all the displays are not identical. We can control what information goes to what display via the CAN bus communications port. Now, if you notice here, I took out a fuse, and this little light is going on. This is telling me that I have a problem in this particular circuit. Okay. Then in addition to that, it's giving me an indication here on the screen. So this is the Pmdc Lite. There again, remember, we can configure this for you the way you want it. We can also make cables depending on the length of wire. We can color code the cables. We can make this custom for your application. We can put your company name on it. We can put your name on the display. However you want to configure the system, we can do it for you here at B&G Electronics. So we showed you our screen display, the 7-inch screen display. We showed you our Pmdc Lite, and we also have our regular Pmdc. This can be custom configured. This is series number 1. That indicates that it's for a particular customer. Now we have another one we're going to show you, our last one. It's our Pmdc number 1. This gives you 6 more DC outputs, plus it gives you a control of 2 to 3, depending on how we configure it, AC outputs. You can hook up an inverter to this. You can run fans, other needs for an AC inverter can all be ran through here. Then again, we're using our CAN bus system that communicates to this one, communicates to your display. We can configure whatever you want up here so that you can see what's going on in the Pmdc system. We have our display here that gives you information as to what's going on in this particular panel. Plus there again, if we remove a fuse like we did here, it gives you an indicator that there's a fuse that's been blown, a circuit, an accessory that needs attention. Gives you all that information here, and it gives it to you on the display. So this is our Pmdc alternating current that can be configured for 6 and 2 or 6 and 3 outputs, however you want to set it up for your particular application. So this is the VCP system by B&G Electronics. There again, I want to remind you, work with us. We have our engineering department here in Texas, and we also have our engineering department in Bogota, Colombia. Our engineering department in Bogota, Colombia does all the programming for you, and we can custom design it if you have small needs that you need to design, the architectural design, is done in San Antonio, Texas. The VCP system is something that we provide for upfitters so that you can build a mobile command post or whatever your application might be, an ambulance, a special vehicle. We can set up all the electronics. We can control it right here. We can control seven accessories here, 18 accessories here, 8 more here, and 3 more AC applications here. We can add as many displays as we want, and we can also add even more, up to 30 more DC accessories, all controlled by the VCP family of electronics. Our cables, we can custom make the cables for you, color coded, custom lengths, however we want it. We are your one-stop solution. The benefits of this product is it's very affordable compared to standard switches. It's very economical. We eliminate relays, we eliminate a lot of that stuff, and we make the installation much quicker for your upfitter so that you can put together this application super fast. Thank you for viewing this video. If you have any questions, we're going to have at the end of the video, we're going to have our phone numbers, our email addresses where you can contact us. There again, I'm Henry DeVillers, product specialist for B&G Electronics.